Hey guys, welcome back to the channel with more His Dark Materials. We've got Season 1, Episode 6 coming right up. And last time, Lyra found Billy Costa had been severed from his demon and he died, but at least Ma Costa and Tony were able to see him one last time before that happened. But then, that night, Lyra gets kidnapped by the Gobblers and brought to Bolvangar, where that process took place of the snip, snip, snip intercision. So, yeah, I don't remember anything about what happens at this point of the story, so it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. And we've only got 3 episodes left in this season. I guess they're up in the north. This is where the final confrontation goes down, but yeah, excited to see how it all goes down. If you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, let's get started. Roger's here. Roger. He's happy to see her and also not happy to see her.
After we found Billy, I thought that maybe Roger...
I thought that too. Bridget McGinn!
Oh, she's next. Do they know what happens?
Quick.
Or do they just know that whoever gets called never is seen again?
Come on.
She even looks like she's a little happy about it.
Lizzie Brooks.
Here, miss. Lizzie. When I saw you, I couldn't believe it. Billy Costa was here, and they took him, and he hasn't been back. Those that get caught breaking the rules, they don't last long. We can't stick out. Lyra, don't.
Ooh,
Imogen
boy.
Gould. Sticking out is the only way we're getting out, and I am not staying here.
Otis Lavette. Children, please, we're...
Oh, everybody's doing it now. And the door's open. Go. It's the demons.
These are demons without humans. David, these demons belong to the children who've been taken and not come back.
It's like smacking his head against.
I'm sorry, Roger. He got out of here somehow. I helped him find a smile. Was Billy like this? Yes. We can't end up here.
They've got to be ready to escape when we give them the signal. The fire alarm. Next time it sounds, it'll be me. Get everyone ready to leave.
It'll be me. She wants to get caught in. Maybe she can use herself as bait and let them all escape and tell them that she's Lyra.
How many more children have to die before we get it right?
We are doing what is necessary.
It's Andrew frickin' Scott. Moriarty.
Now the patient can be conscious during treatment, and they remain conscious after. Quite something.
Yikes.
Under the bed. Pull yourself up. And you don't let go.
Hello, girls.
Oh, the monkey.
You know, I do care for you so very much.
Bull. Ah!
Well done.
Oh no. And again. Oh jeez.
I will sound the fire alarm. Be ready to fight.
Lizzie Brooks.
Lizzie Brooks.
Lizzie Brooks, can you come with me?
Get her, demon!
Oh jeez.
Only doing what's necessary.
Keep telling
Pick her
yourself
up.
that.
Lizzie, calm down. Lizzie, calm down. Calm down.
Whoa. You didn't hear that?
How does she know Mrs. Coulter's name? Shouldn't we listen to her?
We saw her,
She knows
didn't we?
her.
It's your freaking daughter. Shut it down. Jesus.
Drink this. If I was trying to drug you, there are many other means to do so other than a drink.
That's
You
reassuring.
feel better.
If I wanted to, I could drug you. Oh, this woman.
I never meant to harm you. You must have been able to see that.
No harm. Then what are you doing here?
Nothing to you. Your demons
Huh.
are wonderful companions and friends to you when you're young. But at the age that we call puberty, demons bring all sorts of troublesome thoughts and feelings. If they're friends of yours, I guarantee you they will not get hurt.
Billy Costa is dead.
I will find those people responsible.
That's you!
Lyra. I'm sorry. You could stay here.
I'd like that.
You would.
I can't tell you how happy I am to be found.
Now is the time to choose who you belong to.
No one. Not you.
You saved me.
She's playing this really well.
They didn't.
Look at this little kid manipulating the heck out of her.
Kept it safe.
Oh, it's that thing. Holy crap. Oh, jeez. Damn.
Those kids we saw, Roger. You need to free them. What will you do? What I'm best at. Cause some chaos.
I've trained my whole life for this. Oh shit.
Take those off, Lizzie. This is the best place you could possibly be.
What's his name? The demon she caught from you.
Nicholas.
That's why she was so blank. Oh, damn.
I need you all to come with me. We're getting out of here. Do nothing, and all your demons will know is that hurt of that final moment. What are you doing? I'm pressing every button I can until something happens.
Oh, yeah, it's falling apart. Whoa. Run! Jeez, a second later she'd be dead. They found another way out the vents. Of course. Oh boy.
Stop! All right, children. Let's not get excited now. Let's not get
Damn it.
silly.
The Gyptians are here.
I was just obeying orders.
He was only a boy!
Oh, jeez. Lee. Yeah. Let's go. Yorick.
What took you so
Good to see you too, Lyra.
It's good to see you too.
out of here?
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Oh my god, she looks so much like her monkey in this moment. That stance. Ooh. Oh, what the heck? Holy crap, that was... Oh, damn. He got them out.
There's so much to do.
Go. You didn't come to the north just for this, Lyra.
Was this the balloon driver?
I'm an aeronaut kid, Lee Scoresby.
There's a look of disdain in his face. This wouldn't have been possible without her. But one more journey to make.
The child is destined to be important, to create and resolve conflict. The fate of more than this world depends on her.
Wow.
She will need you, Lee, and you need her.
It's not how I expected this conversation to go.
Is it not?
Huh.
I was hoping you would find a way of chucking me some danger money. Instead, you blindsided me with
Danger money.
love.
Ooh. Aw.
Good. The world is in your hands, Mr. Scoresby. And I am delighted it is.
That is a lot of responsibility.
Yep.
And they want you on their team?
Shut up, Hester.
They want you? Oh. They got the demons out too, but they've been severed. It's not the same anymore, is it? What's going on? Oh, jeez, what the heck? Yes,
Cliff gasts.
Cliff gasts?
It's clear. Your shooting must have improved, Lee.
Oh! Oh, jeez, what the heck? And where's Pan? Oh god. The heck? Protect her! She's the most important person in the world. And 5 minutes later, she's gone. Oh no. I mean, he did everything he could. There was no way he could have seen that coming, but... Oh, wow. Alright guys, this was a very intense episode. This is probably my favorite episode of the season so far. But Lyra finally finds her way to Roger after getting kidnapped to Bolvangar. But this movie quickly becomes like a freaking horror movie. Like, there's just so many things that fed into this horror genre. Like, the music was on point. You were always just scared about something going horribly wrong. The woman with the blank stare, Sister Clara, like, she had her demon cut very long ago, and the thing about this is that this show, they haven't animated like all the demons all the time. First of all, it would cost a fortune. Second of all, I feel like the screen would just be too overcrowded with too many demons. But yeah, I've been okay. So I've been okay with them not animating like every single demon. But then when Bridget, the first little girl who gets taken, the doctor lady and one of the sisters were walking down the hall, I noticed that there were 3 people and 2 demons. And my assumption was, yeah, they just didn't bother animating the 3rd demon. But is it possible that all the sisters no longer have demons? Is it just Sister Clara, or is it like all of them? But yeah, it didn't even occur to me that Sister Clara was missing a demon until Lyra asked about it. I just thought they didn't animate it. But that was a really powerful moment, though. Sister Clara like froze up, remembering Nicholas and saying how much she loved him. Oh, and it makes that blank stare she has early on in the episode when Bridget was getting cut, it makes it so much more meaningful. Like, Sister Clara was like, it looked like she was actually smiling at first before the intercision happened. It might have just been the lighting, but if she was smiling, the moment the intercision happened, the lighting and angle changed just enough to make it look like she had like a 1,000-yard stare. If you guys don't know what that is, it's the look that some soldiers have when they come back from war. It's exactly what it sounds like. They're like looking off into the distance so far because they're just so lost in the trauma. But yeah, what's so significant about this blank stare for Sister Clara is that people are never truly alone in this world because they have their demons. But then that silence has so much more meaning and weight to it because that would have been the time when the demon would have just spoken up and they're alone, they can talk to each other. Yeah, and it's just, instead it's filled with silence, so every single time she's left alone, she's reminded of her demon. It's so tragic, honestly. But yeah, she froze up from the traumatic memory when Lyra asks her about it, and I kind of really need to know what happened to her, because we don't find out. I don't know, is the answer in the books? I almost want to borrow it from the library again to find out just what happened. Like, she's a victim in all this too, if they cut her demon, but like, she's an adult instead, so she might have actually just been killed by the Gyptians despite being a victim in all this. It's just a really sad story. And Lyra did a good job getting on people's nerves and causing trouble. It's her specialty. She's been training all her life for this. But I mean, yeah, she started doing it before she even made a plan to escape. She was just like asking that male doctor questions about dust, trying to push their buttons. She's kind of hilarious in that way. But speaking of that male doctor, he has like reservations about what he's doing. I think I actually hate him more than the woman doctor who is like convinced they're doing the right thing. And it's the same in real life too. Like, he said at the end when Ma Costa had his life in her hands, he was just like saying, it wasn't my fault, I was just obeying orders. Like, he knew what they were doing was wrong, but he refused to go against the grain and did what was wrong anyway. Like, the other doctor was just plain evil and lacked empathy. He had empathy, but still killed those children and tried to say it wasn't his fault. Like, if you see evil being perpetrated and you just let it happen, you're culpable too. It kind of reminds me of the Martin Luther King quote about the white moderate. It was something about like, he's reached the regrettable decision that a black person's great stumbling block in his stride towards freedom is not the Ku Klux Klan or the White Citizens Council, I think, but the white moderate, who is more devoted to order than to justice. So they prefer, I think it was a negative peace, which is the absence of tension, to a positive peace, which is the presence of justice. And I mean, that's such an important... I'm almost about to get off track, because I feel like we should have been reading that at school, and we weren't taught that at school. Even I lived in liberal New York City, and this stuff wasn't taught in high school or college, I guess, unless you're taking the right courses in college. But yeah, like, people who refuse to disturb the peace when they witness injustice, they piss me off so much more than like the people who are just completely asinine and think to do evil things and perpetrate evil on people. And anybody who knows me personally knows that I'm not a mad person. Like, I've yelled at one person in my life, and it was because he was being incredibly abusive. But something about people who get to pretend to be good people while they ignore all the injustices around them really gets to me. But yeah, so that male doctor, when Ma Costa broke his neck, that was oddly satisfying to me. And then they reinforced this idea in this episode that you have to take action when there's injustice happening, because, yeah, Lyra causes such a ruckus, saying sticking out is the only way we're getting out, and I'm not staying here. And of course, they still need the Gyptians to help get everybody free, but without Lyra causing trouble in the first place, someone else other than her would have been taken, and they would have been cut, because Marissa Coulter wasn't going to stop it for anybody else. And it's exactly like, she used her privilege. She knew that Mrs. Coulter would not allow her to be killed, so she was the one who put herself in danger to help other people, and that's exactly what people have to do who will have that privilege. And like, without that distraction, like I said, the Gyptians might have had a lot more trouble as well. But yeah, when Roger and Lyra find the demons who have been cut off, oh, that was rough to watch. That rabbit was just hitting its head against the cage over and over again. I got chills from that. That's another part that was really horror-like for me. And Lyra quickly gains the trust of the girls by revealing her connection to Mrs. Coulter. That moment where she successfully hides and then Mrs. Coulter comes back into the room. Oh, that was so tense. It was really... I couldn't help but like laugh, like nervous laughter once she left the second time. But yeah, Lyra has the uncanny ability to lead people, and it's great. Something that can be really important going forward as well, throughout the next few seasons, maybe. But the people in charge sense her dissidence and take her for the intercision. And that was like the last minute kind of thing where Mrs. Coulter arrives just in the nick of time to stop this all from happening. And Lyra, that was such. I felt like that was really good acting by both of them, Marissa Coulter and Lyra, Daphne Keane, and Ruth Wilson. That was just spectacular. And the music at the end when Lyra stepped out of the box, the cage, that was really well done as well. And yeah, like Lyra, she's written in a way that's simultaneously believable, but also in a way that's like tragically sad. And like, because the way she's able to manipulate Mrs. Coulter and outmaneuver her, like she's only able to do that because even though she's been under the protection of Jordan College, she's had to fend for herself and be her own advocate for a very long time. And in our real world, most kids don't have the capability or the safety to push back against like parents' abuse without the risk of suffering even more abuse. Like some kids won't even recognize that they're being abused for the longest time. Like for my friends who have been abused, and that's honestly like most of them, they were in their 20s before they realized that they had been mistreated like their entire lives. And that the things, it took so long for them to realize that the things their parents said to them and the way they were treated caused so much trauma and just wasn't right. And like these are the people who are like, your parents are the people who are supposed to be shaping you, and supposed to be good role models. And honestly, I've seen like one or maybe two good cases of parenting in my entire life. It's just I don't know why I'm getting frustrated with like side things, but yeah, seeing Lyra go through all of that and push back against her abusive mother. I think I don't even remember the story that much. Like I didn't remember the events of this episode, but I read it as a child, and I think that informed a lot of what happened with my personality in my life. So like kind of I've been getting some cruel YouTube comments, and so I've been kind of it's been kind of getting to me recently, so I don't want to share the entirety of my experience. But to suffice it to say that when I was growing up and deciding like what kind of person I wanted to be, I basically looked at the kind of person my father is and like tried to do the exact opposite for the majority of like characteristics he had. And yeah, I mean, they're just seeing, I think part of that possibly subconsciously might have come from seeing Lyra push back. And yeah, I feel like a lot of kids should read this simply because I don't see a lot of good parents around here and around the world. And I feel like kids need to push back and advocate for themselves. I'm not blaming it on them. I'm saying reading this book might help them do that. But yeah. And it's why I appreciate Lyra so much. She knows what's right and will go to do it no matter what the consequences are. And Mrs. Coulter, like, offering her tea and being like, if I wanted to drug you, there are so many more ways I could do that. Just, like, dude. Look, she has no clue how to make Lyra feel safe. No clue the effect she's had on her child by having her demon, like, attack her demon before. And then she was just saying, like, I never wanted to harm you, but remember that time your demon assaulted mine? Yeah, because I call BS on that. But yeah, like, Mrs. Coulter is saying that she's trying to save the world because grown-ups are infected with dust and it's too late to save them. And she's trying to find a way to save the children by not having them go through puberty with their demons still attached, because that's what causes dust to accumulate. I think I buy that she's doing what she thinks is right and is for the greater good. I think a lot of people do that when they try to justify their, like, extreme actions. They always see themselves as trying to do good. But I don't know how she reaches the conclusion that demons are the problem, or that kidnapping and experimenting on children is in any way okay. I don't know. I guess we'll find out more we'll find out more eventually. Because she got away. She took a look at everybody, the Gyptians rescuing everybody, and and then slipped away. But yeah, she says that the demons are wonderful companions when you're young. So what went wrong with her connection to her demon? Like when she went through puberty, like clearly she's hit the monkey and like all around just treated it horribly. And there's a lot of self-loathing going on as well. So something warped her way of thinking into thinking that like the demons are bad for you and need to be split apart from the humans. But yeah, like I was saying, Lyra manipulates her so well. Gets her to think the alethiometer is welded shut when it's actually the spy fly that Mrs. Coulter sent to track her. And yeah, when it just explodes out of the tin can, Lyra is able to escape and lock her in there. But seeing Mrs. Coulter climb through the vents like her monkey did and landing in the same crouched stance that her monkey often takes, that was really, really well done. I'm so happy with that. Like, it seems like she's not fond of her demon at all, like hitting it, being able to put long distances between herself and the demon, but she also embodies the animalistic side of her demon more than any other character we've seen so far. And maybe there's something there to do with her self-loathing as well. But yeah, the Gyptians come in, wind up saving some people, but the MVP, Serafina Piccola, wow, that was a crazy cool scene. Oh, I love that. And the woman doctor got killed as well. All the guards got killed. But then, yeah, Lee Scoresby is tasked with protecting Lyra, the most important person in the world. And he doesn't feel ready for this. Like, it doesn't seem... He's not getting paid for it. And instead, he's just doing it because he loves Lyra. I forgot what the line was exactly, but it was such a great line. The way... he's like, I thought there was going to be some danger money, but instead you've like put me on this track for love. And I thought that was such a great moment. And I wish we had a little bit more time to build up their relationship before this line occurred. Like, we've seen fatherly moments before this, but I think it could have hit much harder if we had a little bit more, because we only met him like 3 episodes ago, I think. Yeah, I think it could have hit much harder. I do like Serafina's line, though. The world is in your hands, Mr. Scoresby, and I am delighted it is. So there are a lot of people with a very high opinion of Lee Scoresby. Hester was just like, they want us? They want you? Like, this is such an important mission, and they want you? He's like, shut up. I do love the relationship between Lee and and Hester. But then they get set upon by the cliff ghasts. I love the detail of Hester waking up, sensing something is wrong, and then Lee immediately wakes up as well, already with the full awareness that Hester has that something is wrong. So there's this like unspoken communication thing that's super interesting and intriguing to watch. But yeah, Lyra she falls off the balloon. It was like 5 minutes ago in the show time when Serafina's like, I trust you with protecting the most important person in the world. And like 5 minutes later, she falls out of the balloon. Oh. Overall, though, I really like this episode. It's probably my favorite so far. But at the same time, it feels like this season would have benefited from like 2 more episodes, I think. The series so far just moves a little too quickly. I feel like this Bolvangar could have been 2 episodes for sure. Like, we almost always get a cliffhanger at the end of every episode where Lyra is like in a very precarious situation, but then it gets solved in the very next episode, sometimes within the first few minutes. And like what I said about feeling Lyra and Lee's bond, I feel like more episodes would have made that feel fleshed out more for sure as well. But still really enjoying the ride and can't wait to see what they do with the last 2 episodes. I'm pretty sure I don't remember any big plot points from past this point, so it'll be fun. I'm sure when I'm actually watching it, some things will like remind me of the actual story, but yeah. Anyway, guys, if you want to watch the full reaction, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe. We've got, this was episode 6 or 7? I forgot already. This was 6, so we got 2 more episodes. Looking forward to the end. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.